Madam Speaker, congratulations on your election. Mr. President, congratulations on your election. I think today is a historic day for our country, and I think it is the start of a new chapter of building, a new chapter of cooperation, a new chapter of us putting our country and its interests and its future first. In this election, the voters chose not to give any party its own majority. In doing so, they have told us that they want us to work together to build a prosperous, non-racial, united South Africa with a growing economy that works for everybody. We must now, as the members of this House, rise to that occasion and rise to the call of South Africa. Despite the political party T-shirts that we wore during the election, each and every one of us is first of all a South African. Our country needs us now to step up, to end the era of finger pointing, and to start a new era of collectively putting our shoulder to the wheel to ensure that the country that we all love prospers into the future, and that the people that we have been sent to this House to serve get value for money and ensure that we give effect to the dreams, the hopes and aspirations of every South African. The Democratic Alliance and I look forward to working with you, Mr. President, and the rest of the team that will be forming part of the Government of National Unity to put our country first, to take hands and to work collectively in the interests of the people we serve and the country we love. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable members. The Economic Freedom
Thank you
Fighters.
very much, Madam Speaker. Congratulations to you. And you know very well that under normal circumstances, would have ordinarily supported you because we believe in your commitment to a parliament that is going to work effectively and efficiently. We have an experience of working with you even before, and we do not doubt your capacity. Our contestation of you was necessarily to contest the betrayal of our people, and it has nothing to do with you as an individual. Congratulations, Mr. President. We accept the results and the voice of the people of South Africa, which was expressed on the 29th of May. And we also accept the results of today's gathering because it's a reflection of a democratic practices. But we contested because we wanted to demonstrate to South Africa that we do not agree to this marriage of convenience to consolidate the white monopoly power over the economy and the means of production in South Africa. This marriage, it's a marriage that seeks to undermine the changing of property relations in South Africa. We refuse to sell out. We have never done so when we were young, and we're not going to do so today. We don't have a history of being collaborators. We are going to ensure that this parliament is functional. We can reassure you that we will not fight with any bouncer. We are going to be the best and effective opposition that is going to ensure that both you and the DA are held accountable. This is not a government of national unity. This is a grand coalition between the ANC and the white monopoly capital.
Honorable
History
member, your
will
time
judge
is
you
over.
and judge you harshly. Thank you.
Inkatha Freedom Party. Order, honorable members. Can we allow the speaker on the podium to make his speech. Honorable Sabisa.
Congratulations to you, Honorable Speaker and Deputy Honorable Speaker. On behalf of the IFP, I congratulate His Excellency Mr. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa on election as the President of the Republic of South Africa. This is the beginning of a new era. The IFP stands ready to serve in the government of national unity, knowing that South Africa is utterly changed by the 2024 election results and the decisions that have been taken in the best interest of our country. We enter the GNU with an open mind and eyes wide open. We have hope that the IFP's vision to rebuild South Africa take root as we provide our contribution to strengthen governance, creating social justice, and securing economic development. We may not be able to silence those voices. That is a lot of those who lead in difficult times, but will be remembered as people of courage who chose to work together for the good of South Africa. Honorable President, rest assured of this. We will support you on every right decision, but where we must disagree, we will do so and advance valid reasons of our disagreement. The IFP will not be diluted nor lose its identity. We enter into this GNU not to support the ANC, the DA, or any other political party, but for the interest of the people of South Africa. We wish you well, Honorable President.
Thank you very much, honorable members. The Patriotic Alliance.
Madam Speaker, I would like to congratulate you. Mrs. Lothrit, I'd like to congratulate you, and I did vote for you. I would like to congratulate the President, Mr. Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa. This country, I'm standing here as a person that got a second chance. 96% of guys that come from prison go back to jail. And my being here comes with a hope that I can show them that you don't need to go back to jail. And I think this country has gotten another chance. And when you get a second chance, you must use it optimally. I think the voters gave all of us a second chance. I would like to congratulate the ANC for accepting the result, even if they didn't get 50%. The world is full of stories of presidents that only accept results when they get over 50%. I will support the GNU, and I'm proud of the GNU. And as the leader of the DA has said, we're done with politicking. We might wear different t-shirts. There will be those amongst us that will call us sellouts only because they are not part of it. But we've learned from them. When they were doing it in 2016, they were not sellouts. They don't have the only right. They have given themselves the right that if they work with white people, then it is fine.
Honorable member,
when
your
we work
time
with
is
white
up.
people, then we are sellouts. They are the
Your
sellouts.
time is up.
Honorable member, time is up.
Begging for a job.
Freedom Front Plus. Freedom Front Plus. Over to you, sir. Order, honorable members. Order. Honorable members, can we allow the speaker on the podium to make a statement?
Geachte Speaker, deur u en die agbare president, baie geluk. En ek wil begin om te sê dat as ons kyk, ons sit in 'n nasionale vergadering, and if you look at the banners, it says equality and diversity. It says cooperative governance, but it also says oversight and accountability. Honorable President, at the official announcement of the results at the Results Center, you said that each and every member of Parliament must remember that the seat you have does not belong to you, but to the people you represent. And I want to put emphasis on that, because that's our constitutional obligation as members of Parliament. Honorable President, the slogan of the Freedom Front Plus in this election was, let's restore and build. Kom ons herstel en ons bou. En dit is wat die Vryheidsfront Plus wil doen. Ons wil herstel en ons wil bou tot almal se voordeel. But we will always have oversight and accountability. Mag u die seën van ons hemelse Vader ontvang. Dis 'n groot las en taak op u skouers. Alleen gaan u dit nie regkry nie. Maar met die hulp van ons hemelse Vader kan ons Suid-Afrika 'n land vir almal maak. Baie seën en baie voorspoed.
Thank you, honorable member. ActionSA.
Madam Speaker, on behalf of ActionSA, please allow me to congratulate you on your election and the election on Madam Deputy Speaker. Congratulations, Mr. President, on your re-election. We pray on behalf of all South Africans that your second term in office will be considerably better than your first term in office, where we noted that corruption got worse, crime reached an all-time high, and the triple challenges of poverty, unemployment, and inequality are more pervasive than ever before. We see that the media and social media are hailing this new grand coalition as the high road option. Well, that remains to be seen, because choosing the high road is one thing, but passing milestones that you have set yourself on the high road and passing milestones of progress on that high road is the acid test of success. The people of South Africa deserve a better government, and we pray that this will be a better government. And we undertake as ActionSA and a member of the opposition that we will not oppose for the sake of opposing. Where you come with solid proposals that take this country forward, you'll have our support. Where you do not meet your milestones, we'll hold you to account, because we want to fix South Africa. All the best, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, honorable member. ACDP.
Honorable Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, members of the press, fellow South Africans, the ACDP wishes to extend its congratulations to you, Honorable Speaker, and the Deputy Speaker. I'm sure the two of you are going to make an excellent team. We also want to extend our congratulations to newly elected President Ramaphosa, and we want to state clearly that this meeting is a pivotal moment in the history of this nation. After 30 years of democracy, South Africans have spoken. They are saying they are tired of having a one political party dominating the political scene. While others in the past have said South Africa needs a two-party state like America, they have rejected that. So we are grateful that they have said South Africans must learn to work together. And we believe if we work together, we put our heads together, we prioritize South Africans and not our political parties, then South Africa will turn out to be one of the best countries in the world. It should be, because we have the potential, we have the capacity to be one of the best. But as I close, I want to remind our members in this chamber that our politics and our challenges in South Africa are so many. Some of them, they look so difficult and impossible. And because of that, I must emphasize the fact that we need God's help. We all, as South Africans, must say, Yere, help us as a belief. The Lord bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. United Democratic Movement.
Our Honorable Speaker, the Chief Justice, Honorable President, and Honorable Members, congratulations to you, Madam Speaker, and your Deputy. Allow me, on behalf of the United Democratic Movement, to congratulate you, Mr. Ramaphosa, on being elected as President of the Republic of South Africa for your second term. The problems facing this country are well documented, and they require a Marshall Plan to tackle them with a sound implementation strategy. Laziness and lack of discipline must not characterize the new government and its administration.
Thank you very much. Rise Mzansi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On behalf of Rise Mzansi, I would first like to thank the Chief Justice for an excellent job done during the proceedings today. I want to congratulate you, Madam Speaker, on your election, and you, Mr. President, on your election. Today is a day on which we get to see the miracle of democracy, the peaceful transfer of power from one administration to the next. It's something we must never, ever take for granted, because other countries and society are not so fortunate as to have what we have in South Africa. Ours collectively is a very weighty task as public representatives. Fewer people trust the political system. Fewer people are voting. We need a strong parliament. We need trustworthy public representatives. We need a strong, ethical, and capable government in the executive, so that we may restore the trust of the South African people in our democracy. And the only way we can do that is to apply ourselves properly and with diligence to the task that the South African people have given all of us. Mr. President, you are everybody's president from today on, not just the African National Congress. All of us are committed to doing the best we can for the South African people. As one of my colleagues said, we'll not oppose for the sake of opposing, but we will hold you and those in government to account when this is necessary, because the power that is bestowed on you and all of us is held in trust, and we must never abuse it. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member Bosa.
Honorable Chief Justice, to our Speaker, who's recently elected, fellow South Africans, Bagaetsu, Dumelang. It is indeed a question one has to grapple with. When I reflect on the 29th of May, I ask myself a question that actually comes from the Bible that says, can a nation be born in a day? I happen to believe the 29th of May gave us a new start, a fresh beginning. I happen to believe that South Africa will never be the same again. For that to happen, it's going to ask us a number of questions, Mr. President and Speaker. The first is, are we willing to put up our hands and say, this country deserves better than what it has had in the last 30 years, and we will charter a way forward for a better 30 years? It asks us the more difficult question that says, could, as the Speaker of this House, hold the executive to account regardless of how it's put together, so that our people will know that all actions will be held accountable for the good of all the people, and that certainly as Build One South Africa will be fighting to do. Mr. President, to you, I wish to say this to you, that your role in 1994 was one such of bringing this nation and drafting a constitution that built a new consensus. Today, the task feels a bit similar, even though in a different age. It asks of you to maybe in many ways ensure that the haves and the have-nots have a conversation so that all of us have something. It asks us the question to say, where there are divisions in our country, we will pull together to build a united South Africa. I wish you well in that task, and I give you my assurance that when you want to build one South Africa, you will have my support. But when we differ from that, we will hold you to accountable. And may God bless our beautiful nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. ATM.
Thank you. Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, on behalf of the ATM, I want to congratulate you for your election. Also want to congratulate the Deputy Speaker and the President that has been elected today. It is our view as the ATM that power is meaningless if it does not translate into a good quality of life and the resolution of the problems that are faced by the people. People do not elect parties for the sake of electing parties. They elect parties with the hope that their lives will improve for the better. It is for that reason, as the ATM, we hope that this government will indeed lead this country towards the resolution of all of the problems that are faced by our people. The root causes of the problems that we face in our country lies in the structure of the economy. The structure of the economy has remained unchanged or untransformed since 1994. And if that is not dealt with, then all of these problems will continue to multiply. The economy of our country is still in the hands of few families and oligopolies. In our view as a party, there needs to be fundamental changes in the structure of the economy, not cosmetic changes that won't bring any meaningful change in the lives of the people. We want to commit as the ATM that we'll continue playing our role in holding the executive accountable, and most importantly, we'll fight that Parliament does indeed fulfill its constitutional mandate. Congratulations once more. Thank you.
Thank you. Jama-ah.
Honorable Speaker, behind every president there is a First Lady. So I would like to say congratulations to the First Lady. Round of applause. I did give President Ramaphosa 10 out of 10 in the 6th Parliament for building a new civilization because of his concern for the lives of women and children in Gaza. Now in South Africa, our president is trying to build a new nation, and I don't know what I'm going to score because he is faced with a great challenge. People burn flags. people want to secede. So we'd like to wish the President everything of the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. NCC.
Honorable Speaker, Madam Deputy Speaker, Mr. President, congratulations on your election. Mr. President, it was 5 years ago that I begged you in Mitchell's Plain to do the right thing for the suffering colored people on the Cape Flats. You shook my hand, you said you would. You never did. Mr. President, 5 years ago you spoke to us about Tuma Mina. You mentioned the 9 wasted years. We should add your last 5 to it. Mr. President, I stand here today, delegated here by a community so desperate for change that they've sent a recovering drug addict and reformed gangster to tell their story. Mr. President, the colored people are dying, and this House has done nothing about it. Mr. President, I want to support the government of national unity, but when you include the right-wing fringe into it, it makes it hard for me to get involved. We wish you well, because South Africa must succeed. And this success, Mr. President, lies at your door. But the voters are telling us that we do not have full support of the ANC anymore. Mr. President, this country is at a crossroads. One wrong move, and our poor will continue to die. Our fear is that the wrong move has already been made. I hope that we are wrong. Thank you.
Thank you. PAC.
Madam Speaker, he had to leave, the leader of the PAC. Thank you.
Thank you very much. UAT.
Kgotso Africa. Ha ke qale ke lebohe Chief Justice, ke lebohe Sebui sa Palamente, ra o lebohisa mme. Really United African Transformation, re supporta bomme ba ma-Afrika. Mo Presidente wa naha, ra o lebohisa mongaka. Empa molaetsa wa rona ke ona, batho ba rona ba lapile. Batho ba rona ba kena dikobong ka tlala. Batho ba rona ba sotleha. Mo Presidente wa naha, bana ba rona ha ba vote ba tsubile. Ba tsubile nyewe ena o thweng ke nyaope. Ha ba tseba ya pele ka ba ya morao. Ha ba di planning tsa di development, ha bana di programe, ha ona letho ba di etsang, ba eme hona le seo ba se emetseng, ba tsubile ntate wa rona. Batho ba rona ba lapile. Tswetswe, really United African Transformation, molaetsa wa rona ke ona, dipuong tsa lona, ha le kopane le banana ba mmala wa lehodimo, re kopa o re kopele lefatshe. O re kopele lefatshe ka fatshe ho lona. O re kopele lefatshe ka tlase ho lona. Re tsebe ho rekisa di-minerale tsa rona. O re kopele lefatshe ka hodimo. Re itjalle dijo. Ha re batle ho fuwa tjhelete, ha re batle ho fuwa di-grant, re kopa ho itjalla dijo ntate. Re kopa dithaba tsa rona, re explore tourism. Ntate re kopa didiba tsa rona, re nwe metsi a hlwekileng. Yizo lethu.
Thank you, Honorable Member.